music videos moving from horizontal long format to vertical short format? Maybe at first. So the big issue with music videos is that video content in general is moving from horizontal to vertical, mainly because of the phone. This brings problems when you need to promote your music video on a vertical format like story and reels. This is why in this week's video, I will show you how you promote your music video in a vertical short video format. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Smart-Bakken and I help musicians grow their audience and business online. If you want weekly help with music marketing, go ahead and hit subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell to get notified whenever I share a new lesson. I launch one video per week. Today's intro music is brought to you by Arandole. It's his song Dancer. I'm gonna link to his Spotify in the caption. Go check him out. If you want your song to be featured in my intro, all you have to do is share yourself watching this video and tag me on Instagram, or subscribe here on YouTube and comment on this video. Every week I will feature one upcoming musician. All right, let's get started. Over the last few years, we've seen more and more video formats taking over that are vertical. First the Snapchat, then the Instagram story, then IGTV, and now TikTok and Reels. I remember when Instagram first announced stories and IGTV with their vertical screen-filling formats. So many of my videographer and video editing friends were so upset. Okay, so you want us to now start making vertical videos when all our lives we've been taught to make videos horizontal for TVs and laptop screens. Unfortunately, yeah. You can try to resist, but I'm afraid the vertical video format is here to stay, at least for the foreseeable future anyways. The fact is that more and more people view content using a phone these days, and only a few people will bother to flip the phone horizontally to get full screen. So you've typically left with huge spaces above and below when you're promoting your music video on your socials. As video content is taking over social media, you also need to start getting an understanding of what type of content you share and where it's best to share it. You need to have different videos for different purposes. Okay, so it's important to have an understanding of how people consume different types of videos. The shorter vertical videos are perfect to use to drive awareness, as they are short, attention-grabbing, and to the point. Generally, our collective attention span is decreasing rapidly with the explosion of platforms such as Snapchat and TikTok and Reels and other short video formats. With this in mind, it's important for musicians to really take advantage of this and use shorter video formats the right way. The people who will watch your longer IGTV videos or YouTube videos will usually already be a fan, or they're a follower whose attention you've caught and is looking for more from you. It is more difficult to convince a stranger to stick around for 3 minutes if they know nothing about you yet. However, they're much more likely to give you 15 to 30 seconds of their time. So that's not to say that all your content should be short-form video content, as your fans wouldn't get a deeper connection with your brand and your music. This is what you use the long-form video content for, to convert followers to fans. So the long-form horizontal music video is still an important type of content. But you also need to embrace the short-form vertical video to grab strangers' attention. The first decision you make when distributing the music video is where do you want people to watch it. Beyoncé's last video was uploaded on many channels such as YouTube, IGTV, Facebook. The number of views on IGTV were far higher than on YouTube. But IGTV is much more difficult to monetize, especially for smaller, more independent artists. You may want to try and get people to move from Instagram to YouTube so you can make more money from your music video. But by doing this, you're adding an additional obstacle in the digital journey of your fan. It's also the everlasting struggle of getting the most views on your video, as it looks better for the public. As we're not Beyoncé after all, who immediately will get millions of views, musicians are faced with a few thousands spread across channels. It may be that 100,000 viewed your video, but distributed on all different channels. The numbers don't look as impressive from the outside looking in. The way people are usually exposed to your music video is most likely through you sharing a clip of it on your feed or story or somewhere else. If someone sees this content and wants to watch the full video, they would then watch it right there and then, if it's uploaded directly on the platform. If not, they would have to leave to go over to YouTube. So how do you use the short form video to promote the long form video? So let's say you have just finished your music video and want to promote this to a bigger audience than just to your followers. We now know that it's easier to use the vertical short video format to get awareness before they take the step to watch a longer form video. So how can you use the vertical short form video to promote the long form video? So first, you take an excerpt from the music video, preferably the catchiest part, but you edit this in a vertical format. So you need to use the most of the screen here. So this is going to be used for a 15-second story ad that we're going to set up. So the great thing about story ads is that they're automatically played with sound on, which is not the case for feed ads. So what we're going to do is we're going to then target this ad to a niche segment. So I've covered how to create some fan personas in this video before you target your ads. All right, so we have the first ad running. So the next ad that we're going to set up is perhaps a 30-second ad in a feed format. So what we're going to do is then target this ad to anyone who's watched the full short form video. So if you need help with your ads, join me inside the Smart Launch Club, where I personally help my members with their ads. So last month, I actually helped one of my members with his ads, so he reached the top 10 in his genre on the Beatport charts. Yay! All right, so back to the ad that we're creating. So this way, you're first capturing people's interests with a short form video, and your song and your music video will play repetitively to your target audience. So we will then target the people who have seen this short video further with the longer form video and get them to go over to YouTube to watch the full video, hopefully. We all know the power of repetition, of viral audio after the explosion of TikTok. If you can get thousands of content creators to create a video for a 15 to 30-second snippet of your song, this will eventually result in streams on Spotify. The more repeats, the better.
Made so you bagged him. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody.
All right, so by setting up ads first, using the short form video format, and then moving them over to the longer form video, you're creating awareness in a format that is easier and more effective. And then you can optimize this by targeting further to the people who've already viewed the content. This way, there's a more chance of them watching the long form video. We want them to watch the full music video and get the full experience. That's a commitment. Even though it's only 3 minutes long, it's commitment. Far too often, when promoting the full video to a cold audience, you will see a high drop-off rate as they're not ready to be exposed. Then you're just paying Instagram for the click and telling YouTube that the new visitor don't like the content, which is bad for the algorithm. So when you edit your music video, start thinking about vertical formats and start creating some 15 to 30 seconds long vertical videos. This could easily be a Reels or TikTok, or it could be a story ad that you set up. These short form video clips will be used to drive awareness to the song and the music video and to build up the incentive to go and check out the full video. So the same strategy can also be used if you're promoting a single on Spotify or Beatport by first creating some short form video content with just 15 seconds of your song. You're starting to build the awareness amongst a cold audience that you can then retarget with another ad, which will take them over to listen to the full song. So let's look at how the funnel would look for your single on Spotify or music video on YouTube. So in order to move someone from the awareness stage to the transaction stage, where they go and actually listen to the song, you may need between 7 to 14 interactions. The short form video formats are a great way to get lots of people aware. By using ads and repeating this, you're adding the interactions needed in order to move them over to Spotify, YouTube, Beatport, or wherever you're sending them. The interactions should move from short form to longer form the deeper you go in the funnel. The vertical video format is taking over. It's becoming increasingly important to build awareness around your music with TikTok and Reels, short form videos. Musicians also need to start embracing this format as a whole in their marketing, as the more awareness you can create, the more people will get into your funnel. Then through content marketing, engagement, and ads, begin to move people down to the transaction stage and eventually to superfans. That's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. See you next week.